Alright, you get the gist. Everything on screen is what the story contains. Please, if you are not fine with these things, well, anyone should not be fine with these. Please, don't listen to these, or just, I don't know, watch my other shit. It's fun. It's entertaining, hopefully. Well, hope you guys enjoy, and let's go. The Fall of a Phoenix. The last time Upper Moon 1 had been summoned by his leader to the Infinity Castle was when he was given the important task of finding the blue spider lily. However, he was ordered to watch this defenseless human. Kogashibo felt as if his worth was being questioned. What if was this use of watching over something that would eventually perceive? That was what he had originally thought before the six-eyed demon clearly caught sight of the woman lying asleep on the soft bed prepared especially for her. His six eyes slowly began to expand as he took in her peaceful appearance. Just observing her sleeping form had stirred something deep within inside the stoic demon. It had been years since he felt this emotion. It became so foreign that he could barely recognize it. But once he did, he could tell his life was about to change immediately. For the emotion she sparked within the six-eyed demon was happiness. It was such a simple emotion, yet so difficult to obtain. However, this girl that had been seen for a brief moment had caused him to feel something being scarcely felt during his time as a human. Kokushibo's ears perked up when he heard a strike of a biwa. Two lower demons entered the room, bowing down respectfully to the upper moon. As ordered by him, he brought clothes for the human to change into. They brought forth a beautiful silk red kimono and laid it beside the sleeping woman. One of the demons made a mistake of raising their head to look at the unconscious phoenix pillar. Immediately, the demon was beheaded. His skin barely began to fade before he could comprehend anything. A stern look was placed on the six-eyed demon's face. You were not worthy. Once again, the sound of a biwa rang through the air. A familiar red-eyed demon slowly entered the room, his head held high. Kokushibo immediately knelt down. Just as the demon, protege entered, the hair-colored woman began to stir awake. Yin groggily sat up, clenching her throbbing head. She groaned out in pain, hands dropping to dig into the silk sheets. Sorry, I am messing up today. Feeling the soft bed, she looked at her surroundings, confused. She had been a half-eaten corpse. Had been a half-eaten corpse right now. She had scanned the room. She had seen a half-eaten corpse right now. Oh my gosh. Immediately she searched for her side for her katana. When her hand met an empty space, she cursed. The hair-colored woman quickly assessed her surroundings for any weapons. Unfortunately, other than the large bed, the room was completely empty. Now that you're awake, change into this. The Demon King gestured to the red kimono, a glint in his bright red eyes. The woman looked up from the kimono, ignoring his comrade. What is the reason you brought me here? The demon slowly sauntered over to the woman, raising a pale hand to a punctured chin. He forced the woman to stare at him. You are here because it is what I desire, so you must follow my orders. If you don't want me to, remove your tongue. Yin looked down, breaking away from Muzan's hypochromic gaze. The woman harshly bit her lip, her hand shaking with rage. Then can you at least explain why I should wear this festival kimono? In contrast to the phoenix pillar's foul expression, the Demon King smiled widely, with his sharp canines perking out from his lips. Well, to celebrate, of course. Celebrate? Celebrate what? Your transformation. The pillars sat gathered within the Demon Slayer Corps headquarters, Ukabashiki standing in front of them. Unfortunately, I have summoned you all here for a grave matter. Urashiki kept
his head low as he spoke. The hashiras were a bit confused from the forlorn expression on their leader's face. The phoenix pillar has been captured by Muzan Kibutsuji. Each of the hashira felt their hearts drop to the floor. The mist pillar felt his mind go blank at the news, not registering anything. He desperately looked around the room at the present pillars, not seeing a familiar form of the hair-colored woman. Michiro was confused. The pain that stabbed at his heart didn't make sense to him. The love pillar couldn't help. The tears that started pouring down her cheeks, clutching her skirt of her uniform, she sobbed, cries roaching her body. Mitsuri felt as if she was unable to breathe. The insect pillar watched the quivering shoulders of her fellow hashira. It felt as if her heart was torn out of her chest. For the first time in a while, Shinobu was unable to keep her false smile, her features growing dark. The water pillar's hands began to bleed, his blunt nails breaking the skin of his palms. Giyu's stoic face faltered, his resentment and pain clear for everyone to see. The wind pillar stood up, launching his fist in the wooden walls. A loud bang echoed throughout the room, even his knuckles spilt, and blood dripped from his hands. Sanemi did not flinch. The snake pillar shakily got up from his spot on the tummy mat floor and was stumbling. He walked towards the exit. Like a drunk man, he flung open the door and disappeared. The sound pillar glared at Uburashiki with a deep hatred. Unable to control his anger, he released his voice. "How could you let this happen?" Uzui bellowed. It was the first time anyone had seen Uzui enraged. "You could have protected all of the other ship, but you couldn't save Yin? You're useless!" The other hashira were shocked by the altered disrespect towards their master. Still, no one stepped in to stop him, as they all felt the same hidden resentment. Despite all their differences and their clashing personalities, the hashira had collected thoughts at the forefront of their minds. "I'm going to get her back." Yin never once thought of becoming a demon. She had imagined herself dying at the hands of a demon multiple times over, but could not imagine ever being one. "I would rather die." "Unfortunately, you don't have a choice." The hair-colored woman shot, attempting to run. Neither of the demon moved to stop her. However, when she slid open the door to the room, the phoenix pillar found that her surroundings were completely unfamiliar. Before her was what seemed to be a maze of stairs, the structure incompetent. Yin felt a wave of helplessness wash over her. "It's pointless to run." Muzan appeared behind her, a look of pity on his face. Yin wished she could claw his eyes out, her fingers twitching. She tightly squeezed her hands. "I will make you absolutely perfect." The Demon King pulled the woman close to him, grabbing her chin, but then bit the inside of her cheek. The metallic taste bittered on his tongue. With his mouth full of blood, he pressed his lips against Yin's. The hair-colored woman kept her mouth clenched shut. Annoyed, the demon pinched her skin with his nails. The phoenix pillar let out a small whimper, her lips loosening slightly. However, it was enough for Muzan to force his tongue into her mouth, his blood pouring down her throat. Swallowing the blood, Yin felt her throat burn. Tears sprung to the corners of her eyes as she clawed at her neck. The pain was excruciating and sent the woman to her knees. Muzan looked down at the convulsing woman with a satisfied smile. As his blood began to spread through her veins, the Demon King felt ecstatic. "I am now a part of you," Muzan thought, his body nearly trembling with excitement. No matter where she goes, he would be there. Her thoughts and dreams belonged to him. The hair-colored woman's body jerked, significant shaking on the floor. All of a sudden, the convulsing stopped. Slowly, the woman's eyes opened, revealing irises of an eye colored mixed with red. The results were clear. The beautiful phoenix pillar was no more. Yin was Muzan's, his other half, his queen, and a demon. Yin was reborn. Time for a Taisho era secret. Muzan didn't give Yin the demon curse because he wants to hear her say his name. And if you know, you know.